Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Finally, today I have for you my deluxe monthly planner set up. I'm using it for budgeting specifically. So I wanted to share how you can use this as a budget planner. It's really great for that. I've been using it for several years now as my budget planner. And just wanted to share how I'm using it that way. Let's just dive into it, okay? So one thing that's really great about this planner for budgeting is you have these sections right here. And now what these are good for is you can take and write your month up top and write any like annual expenses that you know are coming. That just helps you keep track of things that can sometimes pop up and surprise you. Some of them for us are like vehicle tags, homeowners association fees, things like that. So that's the first step. I'm going to fill that out real quick. I may fast forward through this part just because it's just going to be me filling in some stuff. Okay, so I'll add any more to this as I think of it, but it really just gives me a good overview of like when things are going to come up that I might forget about or not think of to include in our budget, like small holidays and stuff like that. Like all that stuff costs money, so try to include it so that nothing gets forgotten and we're not spending bill money on things that are not bills. So there you go. That's one part I love about this planner for budgeting. So let's keep flipping and I'll show you what I'm doing. It's actually February now, so I'm going to show you how I would set up my March monthly for this, so you can kind of get an idea. But I go in and I have my monthly view, and this is where I'm just going to write down what dates all my bills are due, and I also will do a running list of all my bills over here just so that I can check them off, make sure they've all been paid. I'll also write paydays on here, and oftentimes like the bills don't like coincide with when our paydays are, so I'll kind of have to like look at the week and say, oh, I get paid here, but I have some bills due the next week or whenever that are going to need to be paid. All right, let's skip to March. And each of these months has these notes pages. There are 4 of them. So what I like to do, I'll just show you. First, let's write down all of our bills. Okay, I'm going to do my running list first. Mortgage, electricity, water, which that's our utility bill. It's got gas and garbage on there too. For TV, we do Hulu Live, or whatever they call it now. We also have Netflix. We have our internet, our cell phones, our pest control, car and home insurance, car number 1, car number 2. Okay, and then we have some other smaller bills like Spotify, all of that. And kind of what I do is I just deduct, actually, no, that's not right. This past month, I actually wrote all of those in. That way, they would be counted and my budget would be as accurate as possible. So let's go ahead and include them. Y'all can see all the junk that we pay for. Amazon free time, Amazon Prime, EA Game Pass. I don't know, that's my husband's. And there are a few other small things, but they are for my business, so we're not including them in this budget. I feel like there's more than that. I know that I am paying for Epic, which is an app that gives you like books on your iPad for kids. And then let me look at what I did for February. Okay. Yeah, that's what gets me messed up, is like trying to keep track of what's business versus what's like personal stuff. So truthfully, the Amazon Prime, but I would have Amazon Prime either way, so we'll include it here. I do have a monthly charge that is from our HVAC guy. We pay monthly, and then he comes out and does our like tune-ups and inspections in the fall and spring for free. So I have that, and I think that's it. Got Netflix. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so when does that come out? Because I don't have it on my list. I don't have Epic on here either, so I need to figure out what day. Oh, yes, I do. Epic comes out on the 6th, and the Covenant comes out on the 20th. So I'll write those in first so that I don't forget. So I just come over here and write them down and how much they're going to be. Covenant is $15, and I said the 20th. Also, I can go in and write March's paydays. And then Tuesdays. And I have an extra payday, but we're going to count that towards April's bills. Let's see. All right, mortgages always due the 1st. I'm going to run out of space. Electricity is due the 13th. And that is on a budget thing, so it is always $170. It changes. It goes from like $130 to $170 depending on the year, but we're on like the budget thing where it's the same amount, like we know what to expect. Water is due on the 25th, And it's never more than $150. So I just do Hulu is due on the 15th, and it is $50. Netflix comes out on the 30th, and it is $15. Internet is due 14th, and it is $80. Figure out an R there. Verizon is due on the 5th, and it is $280, and I don't want to talk about it. It also includes payment for my iPad, so we just won't talk about that. Those phones are about to be paid off, and then the iPad will be paid off next year. So that should go down soon, and then should go down more after that, and we're never getting new phones again. Wayne's Pest Control comes out on the 25th, and that is $60. And they have seriously saved my life, y'all. First of all, we have to have it because our house has to have like a termite bond. I don't know, something about owning a home. And so we have to keep it, but they also do, like, they came and did like the indoor pest control once or twice, and now they just spray outside like every other month or so, because we were getting spiders, like terrible. I found a black widow in one of our cabinets, and then the baby got bit by a spider, not a black widow, but like just a regular spider. It wasn't venomous, but I was just like, that's enough. Y'all can come out here and spray. So we added that on, and we just pay for it now because we see no bugs, and that's how I want it. Next is Allstate, due on the 23rd, and that's $265. Then, car number 1 is due on the 28th, and it is $550. Car number 2 is due on the 13th, and it is $330. Cat, what are you chewing on? Stop. No, go away. Stop. Stop chewing on that. Okay. Next is Spotify. That comes out on the 20th. And it is $15. Next is Amazon Free Time, which is $8 on the 5th. And that's for like the boys' Amazon tablets. It has like the free time for kids. I don't know. They really like it, and it keeps them off of other apps. So that's worth it. Amazon Prime is $14 due on the 25th. I hate writing over this coil. Next is Game Pass, which is $15 due on the 1st. Then Epic, which I wrote that down, and Covenant, which I wrote that down. So that is it, y'all. There it is. Our bill calendar. It's terrible. Not really. But that's what I do with my monthly layout. So then how I budget is kind of weird. Like, I will literally, okay, say the first payday is, the 3rd. I'll come over here and I'll write March 3rd, the amount that we're going to get paid, and what bills are coming until we have another payday that have to be paid under that. And then I'll deduct the things like groceries, which now that's going to be in our cash envelopes. If you haven't seen my cashless envelopes video, check that out. But I'll deduct that, and then I'll deduct sinking funds. I usually do those things on my paydays, and then I pay the big honkin' bills here because, like, you know, everybody has a grace period or whatever on their mortgage, so it's due on the 1st, but I can pay it the 6th, no big deal. And that just makes it easier for me to pay like the mortgage there, and then here I can pay the cars and still be on time or in the grace period. So I like to do that. It just makes things easier. My paychecks are smaller and more frequent, where my husband's are like the bigger paychecks. So it's just easy for me to pay big bills on those days and fill out all the little crap with my paydays. Because I also have some other things too. This is just Etsy, but I have some other small income streams that come in throughout the month randomly, depending on what I've worked on the month or month before that. So yeah, that's just what I do. And then on these notes pages, that's where I'll write out my plan for the month based around our paydays to make sure that everything is on time or at least within a grace period so that I don't pay late fees. And that's the monthly section. So then I get these set up with tons of notes pages. And that is because I come back here and I'm gonna keep track of, let's see what I wrote down so I don't forget anything. I'm gonna keep track of all of our debts. So say I've got like 3 debts that we're working on paying. I'm gonna dedicate a notes page to each one, keep track of our balance, what we're paid, when, confirmation numbers, all that back here. Then I'll do our sinking funds. So like I'll probably have a page just to keep track of our balance in our sinking funds bank account, and then each different fund category will have its own page. And then I will do our savings separate from our sinking fund. So our emergency fund, we're not really doing any other savings right now. Eventually we'll have 3 to 6 months expenses, yada, yada, yada. But for now, it's just our emergency fund. So I'll have a record of that. And then I will also come back here after behind all that stuff and do weekly budget updates. So like I make my monthly plan, but we know sometimes like that doesn't work out the way we planned. So when I get paid, I'll actually come back here, write it down again, exactly how much we got paid. And this is especially true for mine because it's variable. So I'll write down exactly what I've got paid, what I'm gonna still pay with that, if I need to move anything, change anything around, figure something out, whatever. I can figure that out back here, and I do that once a week just to kind of update our budget. So yeah, that's why I get a buttload of notes pages. So yeah, that is how I'm using the Deluxe Monthly Planner. I mentioned possibly wanting to get the Happy Planner Budget Planner in my last video because I just love being able to add things to the planner, and you can't do that with this. So if I make that change, I will update you guys with a new video. But for now, this is my system, and it's literally taking me till the middle of February to set this up. For some reason, I've still been using my one from last year. So anyways, that is that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to have you subscribe for more planner videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.